Here is another thing I'm going to work on. It's a turtle that used to live on my granny's porch and now it lives on mine. It needs some TLC, so I'm going to wash it first, get all the cobwebs and everything, all the dirt off of it. I've had it a few years. So the first thing I'm going to do is add some black acrylic paint. It's nothing fancy, just the kind you can get at the store, any store like Walmart or something like that. So I'm just putting it on all over. I'm getting the back part of it. So now you see it's all covered with the black paint. So here I'm going to add some dark green. And I'm just adding that, well, some stuff blue on the table, so fixing that. And I'm just putting this green part on the head and the arms, just to kind of lighten it up a little bit before I do the next step. I'm leaving the eyes black and just a little bit around the eyes. So I'm painting, not coloring, the arms with this darker green. And this paint is mixed with a little bit of brown too, but that's okay. So I have this little cloth that I'm using to just wipe off some of my paint. The paint I have now is like a neon green, just to go over and do some highlights. But I'm wiping off a lot of it onto that little cloth. I'll show you here in a minute. This looks really cool, especially if there are like bumps and grooves and things in the object you're working on. It works really well, like I said, on the little bumps of his legs. Here you can see that cloth. It's just an old cloth that I had. You can see me wiping the brush on it a little better there. And here are some of the grooves I was talking about on the bottom of his face, or whatever you call that. His head, I know that, but I don't know what you call the bottom part. His chin, I guess. Here I did some of that dry brushing on his belly. I'm going to get some of my brown out and start working on the shells. I'm going to do that dry brush technique again where I wipe it off on the cloth first and then put it down onto the shell. I'm not going all the way to the edges. I'm going to leave some of the black showing because that's kind of what it looked like before. Here I thought I'd go in with that cloth and wipe off some, but ended up wiping off too much. So I'm going to go back here and add some more. So I'm just continuing working on each one of those little sections and putting the brown on each one of those. Doesn't have to be perfect because if you look at a real turtle, they're all different. And then I'm going in on those ridges right there at the edge and just kind of painting all of that brown. So I dry brushed a little bit of that brown on the bottom too. It looks pretty cute. I could leave it just like this, but I want to make sure it has some protection, so I'm going to do the spray on it to preserve it. Well, I left the turtle outside accidentally overnight. I had already sprayed my spray on it, thank goodness, because it was laying like this, and this part didn't get messed up, but the part it was laying on got kind of messed up. Probably because I hadn't let it dry long enough, or it was just, it's just acrylic paint, so it doesn't need to be out in the water and the rain, even though this turtle is fine out in the rain. But the repair that I did doesn't need to be out in the direct rain for a long time. So I'm going to fix this and then it'll be done. But look how cute it is so far. I think it looks really good. I'm excited and happy about it. If you look at the first picture of it, it's come a long way. Well, you can see from where it came from right there. So I'm going to fix that up, and it's going to live on my porch and not out in the rain. So all I'm going to do is just take a little bit of this black paint and go over it like that and let that dry. And then I'll go over it with some brown, and then I'll seal that. So here's the final look. I think it looks really cute. I just want you to realize that it's not hard to redo something that you have that needs to be redone. So if you like this, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all the things. All right, I will see you next time. Bye.